finally here, episode 5 of my Aida vlog. It is day 3 of rehearsals, and I am actually about 85% done with Act 1. So it has been a crazy 2 days. I'm so thrilled to be a part of this company and all of the wonderful new people that I have met. I wanted to take this time to answer some of the new questions that were posted for me. So here we go. The first question is from Jacob. He asks, that was gross. He asks me, what would I say has made more of an impact on me? My heritage and life from Africa, or the life that began in the U.S.? Jacob. I think that my heritage from Africa has definitely had more of an impact for me because even though I was raised here, I was raised by African parents. There were 4 languages spoken in my home. So they're old school. and a lot of the principles that they grew up with, they instilled in me. So definitely my heritage from Africa. Part 2 of Jacob's question is, what would the child that I once was think of the adult that I am now? I actually never thought I would be an actor. This was a decision that I made when I was 17 and in high school. But I've always loved singing and I've always loved stories. So I think that the child in me would be thrilled, would be excited, like the fact that I'm getting a chance to do this for a living and with the amazing people that I've gotten a chance to do it with. I think that the child in me would be really, really proud. Question number 2 is from Madeline. She asked me what toothpaste I use. I use Crest 3D White. Cling. Vincent asks me, how do I incorporate the original source material, the opera by Verdi, into my character? Also, do I think that the reduction into the musical actually captures the complexity and heartbreak expected of Aida the opera? Vincent, when I researched the opera, the great thing that I took from it, because it's in 4 acts, is they flesh out the role of Amneris a lot more, and you see her being jealous, spiteful, manipulative. She's almost the villain in the opera. And so for me, as Aida, it was very informative. It was it was a new perspective that I got on the character that was able to inform how I viewed her and maybe how the backstory of what's going on with her behind the music. I actually don't think that the musical captures the complexity that the opera does, the opera being longer and the characters really being the central theme of that. So I would have to say that the opera is more complex, but I did take a lot from the opera that I would like to incorporate into our show. That's a good question. Emmeline asks me, after living in New York for a year, how does coming back to Shreveport to do a show compare with my activities in the city? The great thing I've learned about New York is it's not about who you know, it's about who knows you. And so my activities in New York have to do with becoming known. And whereas in Shreveport I am known and I went to school here and everyone knows me and I run into people on the street, at the gym, just everywhere who I went to school with and who just recognize my face. Versus New York where I'm still getting to be known and have made wonderful friends in New York. And so being back in Shreveport, it's like coming home. It really is like coming home. I could not be happier to be both a Louisiana native and to currently reside in the Big Bad Apple. So it's all good. My last question is from Nolan. Nolan asks me, how do you feel about Tim Rice and Elton John's perception of the Egyptian tribe? Seth! Oh my gosh. Come and say hi to everyone. Seth Taylor's here walking on stage, so I want to grab him so you guys can meet him. I'm like, why not? Come and say hello to everyone here at the Emmett Hook Center.
Hello, everyone.
This is Seth Taylor, you guys. He's playing Radames. Seth, tell everyone what's the best thing about working with me.
How she smells.
Like vanilla.
Truthfully, the best thing about working with
You don't
Ms.
have to answer
Makitawa is... Okay, good.
All right. Are we about to start? All right. See you in a minute. I have one more question. That was Seth Taylor. He's so sweet. All right. Nolan has the last question. He asks me, how do I feel about Tim Rice and Elton John's perception of the Egyptian tribe being white? Nolan. I actually don't think that the white versus black, I mean, I guess because that was the way that the original show was cast and that's the way it's seen, but it's more so to me about the Egyptians versus the Nubians and about a people who are who belong to a certain tribe, culture, colony, whatever you want to call it, being against, being in opposition to different people who have ravaged and really left them in a complete state of just abandonment and have ravaged their land. So for me, it's more so about two cultures clashing than it is about being quote unquote white or being quote unquote black. The great thing about the Broadway show, and we actually have a lot of this in our show, is that you will find a lot of white performers in the Nubian tribe, and you will see a lot of black performers being Egyptians. So I don't think that's really what is important. That's not for me what I focus on, and it's definitely not something that is a dividing line in our production as well. There's all kinds of ethnicities in both the Egyptian tribe and the Nubian tribe. So, I don't mind it in the Broadway show, but I don't think it's as important as the question, where do I fit? Who do I belong to? And what does that mean? And what are the consequences of attaching yourself to a people, to a cause, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm here at the Emmett Hook Center. This is our beautiful house. There's the stage over there. So I will look forward to seeing you one night. I'm telling you, you're going to want to get tickets for this show. I'm in awe when I rehearse and perform and I'm directed. It is going to be really an extraordinary show. So I look forward to seeing each and every one of you in the theater one night. I will post something recently. I'll post something here in a few days to check up on you and let you know how I'm doing here at day 3 at the Emmett Hook Center in Shreveport. I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.